Good evening. We're live here at the 7th Annual Mendies Awards, and I just thought we'd start out the evening and talk with past recipient, Jerry Dolan. Jerry, tell me about your experience at the Mendies from last year.
All I can tell you is a tremendous event. They did an excellent job of putting the whole program together. I can't believe the events that they have done in the past. Everything has worked out so well, and I can't help but say that tonight's recipient, or one of the recipients anyway, I don't know whether there's more than one, but the Pastime Club has done excellent work within this community. I've been a long-time life member of the Pastime Club, a past recipient of this honorary award, which I thank very much for. And I'm very happy to be here again tonight to welcome all the people that are going to enjoy what I know is going to be an excellent evening. Thank you very much for everything you've done.
Thank you, Jerry. What an exciting evening you're having at the Mendies. I'm going to introduce you to Bob Collins Sr., and he's going to tell us a little bit about the Pastime Club. As the past president, Bob, I know you've got some great insight.
Well, I've been in the club since about 1970, so I've been was president back in the about 20 years ago.
And tell me about the activities of the Pastime, please.
The activities we do, all the sports in town, including all the youngsters, which we have many leagues for them. So we keep them all busy and they do things.
And as far as the membership, you know, it's constantly evolving, is it not, in the Pastime Club?
It evolves, but not a constant involvement. It's the members, once they join, they seem to stay, and 20 years is not unusual for the majority of them to be in the club. And they do many things in town, as you probably all know.
A lot of scholarships and a lot of money has gone from your club into supporting people that are on stipends, a lot of different club activities and the sports. And I know in the excess of 20 to 30,000 in the past per year.
Oh yes, easy. Their sports is the biggest thing, and they look for this. They look at the children to make sure they're taken care of when they're out on sports, and they do a great job.
Bob, do you happen to know when the Pastime Club was started?
About 1917.
Okay.
And it lasted through. It went up and down in membership and activity till about 1940, 41, 42 in that area, and then after the war, they really got active. And they've been very active, and they've grown constantly since that time.
That's exciting, 1917. That's just another focal point of Mendham. It's incredible, and we're so blessed to have the membership and the commitment that you guys give to town. We're just blessed to have it.
All the members, once they join, commit themselves, so there's always someone looking for different things to make it to that the community we would enjoy.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see the Pastime get some acknowledgement tonight for, 1917 till 2014 is a long time coming, Bob. Thank you, and the best of luck.
Thank you a lot, and good luck.
Claire O'Donnell, we've got George Twill and Ed O'Donnell. Tell us why you're here tonight.
Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you, Lucy? Good to see you. Well, Lucy, I just got involved with Mendham TV this year. I got on the board, and this is my first Mendies, so I'm pretty excited to see how it goes.
Claire?
And, well, we've been long-standing residents. This is why I'm not on TV. In Mendham, and we're here to support Mendham in the Pastime Club to honor them and just to see all local fellow friends and just to support the town basically.
Tell us about your time with the Pastime.
Oh, it's been wonderful. I've been a Pastime member since '95. I was active for quite a few years as a trustee, and it's a great club, a great organization. Raises a lot of money for the sporting clubs in town, and I'm here to support the town and the various organizations. And I hear that probably the best band in Morris County is playing tonight, so that's another.
Plug that band, Ed. Why don't you tell us about the band and where they came from?
Well, it's Abu Simbals. When I first heard the name, I thought for sure they must be from Cairo, but it just happens that
Yeah, he does look a little Arabic.
it just. Excuse me, but I'm going to have Khaled El-Khadi talk about the band.
Well, thank you all for coming and supporting Mendham TV. Good evening. We've got Khaled El-Khadi here. Khaled, tell us about your involvement with not only the Pastime but the band and why you're here tonight.
Well, we have been residents in this area. We actually live in Chester, right on the border, since Christmas of 1990, and we've always supported all the activities. I'm a member of the Pastime Club since we moved in here, so it's been a long time that we're here, and we love the area, and we support everything that the area does. And I think that's a great venue, and I think it's a great thing that our band is coming in here and doing this for you guys, and we love it. And it's, you know, it's for the community.
We're excited. Tell us a little bit about the band, and some of the members are also Pastime Club members. So tell us a little bit about the band. This is the first exposure, so let us know how great the band is.
Well, actually, the band is a bunch of executives, all of us. We used to work together in corporate. We still do work in corporate America, and some of us are CIOs. I'm a CEO. Some of us CTOs. Some of them own the businesses. But we just get together and we love the music, and we just feel that we have a good time. Therefore, the audience have a good time. And ever since, we kind of, people just call us to get and do some work for them, or gigs or charity. We've done quite a bit of charity work. And that's what makes it good, that we enjoy it. It's not a full-time job for us. It's not something that we do for a living.
Well, we're in for a big treat for those of you who have never heard Abu Simbal. They're gonna rock and roll tonight, and they've been very generous, donating their time and energy to this event, and we are so thankful to them.
You're welcome.
Thank you
We're
so
glad
much,
to do
Khaled.
so. You're welcome.
We have John and Susan Andrews, and John, why are you here this evening?
Well, I'm here on behalf of the Pastime Club, and we're very honored to be honored by the Mendies.
Tell us a little bit about your involvement with the club.
Well, I think I've done every job in the club besides the treasurer. So I started out as the secretary and moved up. I've done the Labor Day. I've done a couple of circuses, 2 circuses. I've been the president. I've been the chairman of the board, and I'm a current trustee.
Okay. And what, since I am interested and always a big supporter of the Pastime Club, I know why I think it's special, but tell me why you think the Pastime Club's so special.
Well, I think the Pastime Club is so special because it brings together all aspects of our community, all ages of our community, and it's a true fraternalism spirit. It also, our motto is progress in sports, and we also do other community activities. And we also bring Labor Day, we bring circuses to town, and we bring about 250 men from the borough, from the township, and from the Mendhams, from Chester, together of all different ages and backgrounds, from lawyers to doctors to candlestick makers.
And Lucy, I think it's great because it really helps the kids in Mendham and the surrounding communities, and also does a lot just for the community as a whole.
I couldn't agree more, because I think a lot of people don't know what goes on, behind those Pastime doors, but there's a lot of wonderful community spirit, support, quiet, earnest work going on there. And Susan, I couldn't agree more. And the money that they raise through the Labor Day Fair and Carnival supports all those sports teams for years.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incredible.
We agree. And we're very honored to be here tonight, and thank you for all that Mendham TV is doing, and thank you for all that you're doing.
Well, thank you.
And your husband.
Thank you. Yes,
Mr.
to
Monahan.
Mike Monahan.
To Mike
Thank you,
Monahan.
and enjoy your evening.
Thank you, we
Thank you
will.
very much.
Gentlemen, if you'd introduce yourselves and tell us why you're here tonight.
Mike Sinzer, avid supporter of Mendham TV, and just trying to continue the sport.
I'm Mike Crow. I'm a big fan of Mendham TV, and this is my first Mendies, and I've heard a lot about it and looking forward to experiencing it tonight.
Well, Mike, as a business owner here in Mendham, could you tell us a little bit about why you think Mendham's special?
Well, I think it's just a great community, Lucy. I mean, there's a lot of people here that want to give back. There's a lot of people here that want to help one another and help the community, and it's a special place. You get to know so many people so well because it's a smaller place. You get to know their children. It's just a wonderful place to live and raise a family.
Steve, any comments you'd like to make?
I think Mendham's a great place. You know, we've been here for 15 years now, and it's a very close-knit community. People get to know each other well, and lots of support for everybody. So.
Well, we're excited. We've got a great band coming tonight and great recipients, and we appreciate your support of Mendham and Mendham TV. Enjoy the evening.
All right, Lucy,
Thanks.
Enjoy the evening.
I will. Thank you. We've got Claire Preston and Kate Elcotti. Ladies, why are you here tonight?
Well, I know some people that are very involved with it, and they speak very highly, and so we came to support.
Good. Claire?
I love Mendham TV. Mendham Capital, who I work for, is a sponsor of Mendham TV. And my husband, Gene Preston, is in the band tonight. And so
is my husband. He's the drummer.
Right. It's a great evening for Mendham and the Chesters and the surrounding community. But come back here. Oh no, look at her. Yeah. And
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You can add. And tell me what makes our community so special.
people are really nice.
I think the involvement, there's a lot of involvement of the whole community, and for the kids and what they try to do for them. It's a close-knit community. I think people really do care about each other.
It's fun. Good friends from Mendham and Chester. We've been here 23 years, and my own family is on Long Island, and my husband's family is about a half hour and further away from New Jersey, so I've made some of my best friends, including you and you.
Well, we appreciate your support. We appreciate the involvement of your families, your companies, and them donating their time and services to make this event possible and supporting Mendham TV. Let's introduce Bill Burke, who's with Mendham Capital, one of our most generous sponsors for Mendham TV. Bill, welcome and good evening.
Well, thank you, Lucy. It's so kind of you to host.
Ah,
We're so proud of your husband, Mike, for all he's done
Thank you.
for Mendham Television. And we're so proud of Daryl Brewster for all that he's done. We're proud of Ray as well because he's a dynamite cameraman. And it's going to be another fabulous evening. It was fabulous last year. I know it's going to be fabulous this year. We're very excited.
it's a great evening for Mendham, isn't it, Bill?
Absolutely.
And we thank our corporate sponsors. We're always looking for new additional support, and we appreciate each and every business that allows us to bring programming, to the Mendham and Chester. So thank you for all your generous support.
We're very fortunate.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless. Thank you,
Have
Lucy.
a good evening.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Bernie Cristofaro. And Bernie, tell us about your involvement with the Pastime and the team, please, if you would.
Well, the Pastime Club has supported baseball since 1915.
Amazing.
And I got involved with the Pastime Club in 1977 as a player.
Oh,
and,
I didn't know that.
And right out of college, and I've basically been there ever since. And then I took the team over in 1985 from Greg Molinaro, who was a longtime townie here.
Yeah.
And I've been coaching it ever since.
Tell us about the Pastime A's, what their league, what level they are.
Well, the Pastime A's is it's basically very good high school students, seniors, and then college-age players and post-college players.
Okay.
We've had some ex-minor leaguers, some ex-major leaguers play with us. We have a great run of championships. I think we have 13 in the last 30 years I've run it. So we do very well, and we're very well sponsored. So a lot of guys want to play for us, and it's been great. I love it.
It's just one more aspect of the Pastime Club that maybe a lot of folks don't know. Bernie, tell us when the games are and how people can come catch a game or get involved if they want to get involved.
Certainly. I think it's in the recreation brochure. There's my numbers in there, and anybody who wants to play, above high school and above, they can get in touch with me. And we start in May. We have a 35-game schedule and the playoffs. So a good college player could get 40 games in the summer.
Wow. And tell us where the field is located for those new folks to town.
The field is located on Valley Way. It was built in 1985. We used to play at the Borough Field uptown, but that's overused now. There's a lot of other teams in town, but it's a great facility, and I love it down there.
And where would they find out what night the games are, what time?
Okay, well, our league nights are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, which leaves open dates for guys to play in other leagues. But
is it on the Mendham Borough website?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
great,
all the
great.
games will be on there, and yeah, we hope people come out because
That's right.
there was a time in Mendham where we had 200 people at games, you know, but it's a different era, and people are very busy, but it's fun. It's wood bat baseball, so it's very good.
Some good talent there, and we appreciate your years of service to it.
Thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
and thank you for supporting Mendham TV.
Thank you, Daryl, very much. Daryl is by far the biggest supporter and booster of this TV station and of Mendham that I've ever seen. Okay, so he gives his heart, he gives his money, he gives his energy, and obviously he gives his wit. So thank you so much, Daryl. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for supporting the station. There's a lot of things going on. We appreciate your patience as we grow the station, and we hopefully will get more volunteers, more programs, and do more things for the station in the future. Thank you very much for that. Where would you be with a pharmacist, a funeral director, a finance guy, a contractor, talking about numbers, really big numbers, like the number of points on that buck that just got away, the size of that fish that didn't, or the ever-expanding length of that birdie putt on number 18 at Black Oak last year? Where would you be? You were a Wall Street guy, a real estate guy, a couple of retired guys, talk about reverse mergers, million square foot real estate deals, serving on a nuclear submarine, or what it was like serving in the Pacific or Europe in World War II. Where would you be with an insurance guy, an attorney, a sales executive, discussing the satisfaction and frustration of coaching Little League baseball, girls soccer, Twinboro Bears football, girls softball, and realize maybe their business frustrations seem pretty simple compared to that. Where would you be? Well, you'd be at the Pastime Club. Where they had just discussed the running of the 71st Mendham Labor Day Carnival and the upcoming June 19th Pastime Circus. They'd also be voting on the annual donation budget to support our youth athletic programs in this great community. Also, the scholarships that they grant every year to deserving athletic students and other special projects for the town. For almost 100 years, the members of the Pastime Club have promoted fraternalism among their members, devoted countless hours of community service, donated hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to youth athletic teams, granted athletic scholarships, and supported many school projects and municipal projects throughout the area. If you know a Pastime guy, if you meet a Pastime guy, or if you hear of a Pastime guy, you know he has a big heart. He loves Mendham, its traditions, its children, and he supports his community in many, many individual ways and through the Pastime Club. I would like to ask all Pastime members to please stand. Presidents and lifetime members to remain standing. I would like all lifetime members to remain standing. To accept the award on behalf of the Pastime Club, the Induction into the Hall of Fame, Jake McCarthy, the current president, and Jerry Delicio, the current chairman, along with the lifetime members, if they'd like to come up.
I just want to know, how come when the Pastime Club gets honored, they close the bar? That never happened in years past. But anyway, you're all invited back to our bar after. Well, on behalf of all past and current members of the Pastime Club, we proudly accept this award, and especially being the first organization to be honored. As Mike alluded to, next year we celebrate our 100th anniversary, which is an accomplishment. Thankfully, we have a historian right here, Bob Cleary, who has been keeping track of things. I read through Bob's history of Pastime Lanes, getting ready for tonight, and there were some great stories, and my favorite story is what Bob has labeled the legend of the beer cans. So, it seems like every story about the Pastime Club leads back to alcohol somehow. So apparently in 1953, when the lanes were being built, a gentleman by the name of John Perillo was the foreman, and every evening he would station himself in the center of town and try and entice the guys in the Pastime Club to come back and do some labor and get the lanes built. And he would promise them beer if they came. So the legend has it that the insulation for the walls of the Pastime Lanes is beer cans. And true enough, when the new lanes were installed, the wood on the floors that you actually bowl on, when they ripped out the old lanes, there were beer cans underneath it. So thank you, Bob, for uncovering that piece of Mendon history.
The history came from Junie's husband.
Okay, great. Thank you. Steve is here, who ran the lanes for quite a few years. All right, good. And I think that story illustrates that a lot of what the Pastime Club is about. We do a lot of good for the community, but we have some fun while we're doing it. Now, one of the things that I discovered being a member of the Pastime Club is it's not so much what the Pastime Club is, it's who it is, and it's who you meet, and you never know who you're going to meet at the bar stool sitting next to you. And I've met some great guys, and if I went through all of them, we'd be here all night. So I wanted to focus on two, what I would call treasures of the Pastime Club, two of our World War II veterans, one of whom unfortunately can't be here tonight. Leo Baylor has had some health issues, but Leo was one of the first people I met when I walked into the Pastime Club. And he walked right up to me and he said, "I hear you were in the Naval Reserve. Do you still have your uniform?" And I said, "I do, Leo. I don't know if it fits, but I have it." And he said, "Would you like to march with me in the Labor Day parade?" And I said, "Leo, I'd be honored." And ever since then, I've been marching with Leo. And Leo is not just any old veteran. I learned that he enlisted in the Navy in 1944 at the age of 17. He served in the Atlantic on destroyer escorts. He served in the Pacific. And he continues serving in the Pastime Club. He was Member of the Year in 1999. He also has brought World War II alive to many children in Mendham, and he helped restore a destroyer escort, just like the one he served on, which is anchored near Albany. So even though Leo couldn't be here tonight, I'd like to honor him for his service. To the community of Mendham and to our country. One of our other treasures is here tonight, Bob Collins. After I met Leo, Leo introduced me to the guy in Barstool next to him, and it was Bob Collins. And he had lived behind me on Flory Farm for several years. I talked to him in the backyard a few times, but I never really got to know him, which is what's special about the Pastime Club. I come to find out that Bob was in the airborne. He parachuted into the Philippines to help rescue American prisoners of war, and he was in Japan only days after the Japanese surrendered. And he would never tell you that, but he's one of the treasures of the Pastime Club, and we're happy to have him here tonight. So he also was a fire warden, or still is a fire warden of the Mendham Fire Department. I'd also like to thank all these lifetime members who are with us tonight. Not anybody becomes a lifetime member. Anybody who can drink a beer can become a member of the club. But to become a lifetime member, you have to have been a member for 20 years, and you have to have done something significant. Many of these men were members of the year. In fact, Bob was president in 1991 and member of the year in 1997. All of the men before you, Steve ran the lane for many years. Jerry Golan has volunteered throughout town and done wonderful things for the club as well. And Bob Cleary, we all know as our historian, and he did the video tonight and does countless things for the community, and we thank all of them. We'd like to think that our best years are still ahead of us. With 100 coming up next year, we'll celebrate, but we've been doing things around the Mendhams for a long time. Amongst the things that you're familiar with, for 100 years we've been supporting youth sports. In the past 5 years, as Jerry will point out on his famous t-shirt for his carnival that he ran, in the last 5 years we've given out $100,000 to youth sports. We've run the Labor Day Carnival for 70 years. We're planning our 71st Carnival. We do the fireworks. It's probably the best community event in the Mendhams. And I'd also, at this point, like to thank all the wives who put up with us on that weekend. One of the wives has labeled them pastime widows of Labor Day weekend. So thank you for putting up with us. In June, we're bringing back the circus. You might have noticed we weren't here last year. That company shut down. We have a new circus coming from Oklahoma. It has lots of better and bigger things. There's an elephant. There's tigers, no bears. And in response to a question from the borough, I think it was Brad Vidal, the tigers will be in cages. Although since we have many hunters in the club, they've volunteered to hunt them down in case any get out. So, our bowling alley is the oldest bowling alley in Morris County. We're over 200 members strong. So on behalf of all of the members of the club who are here tonight, we would like to thank you for this honor, especially being the first organization to be inducted into the Mendies Hall of Fame. I'd like to close with a quote that I also got from Bob's history. We all know Bowers Lane, I think it is, or Bowers, is a street right near me. Well, I learned that that's named after Doc Bowers, who, as Bob put it in his history of the club, was the guiding light of the modern era of the Pastime Club. In 1964, Doc Bowers wrote, present and future pastimers have a right and an unusual heritage which they should cherish and selflessly protect. And I think everyone who's a member of our club does do that. So tonight we're very proud of our heritage, and we thank you all for the honor.